Hey, what is up, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Tink. That's M-I-C-C, not M-I-S-S. You already know the channel's Natural Pulse TV, y'all. And I'm trying to camera a different angle. Hopefully you guys like this. But anyways, we're going to talk about none other than Baddies, ATL Season 1, Episode 3, Sit Down or Throw Down. And yeah, this episode was, I guess, some type of progress, I guess. But anyways, hopefully you guys had an amazing Memorial Day weekend with you and your family. I'm just getting in from hanging out with my family earlier, and then I went to go have some crab and crawfish and everything with my other homegirls. So I'm fat full, y'all. So anyways, hopefully you guys had an amazing one out there with your family and friends as well, and I wish you many more to come. And let's just get into it, because we're gonna try. But anyways, I got my notes, as you already know. Keep it on my notes to stay on track so I don't veer off. Sometimes I can be, but let's get into it. All right, so pretty much, of course, we see the previous stuff in the last episode, and then it starts on when it comes to this episode. And I must say, I stand corrected. I don't mind being stand corrected as a human being. I know I always call you want to be included, Sarah, but in this instance, you came at Tanisha with straight facts. Like, I'm sorry, Tanisha. To me, you kind of veered off or walked off or acted like you was gonna leave, talking about you going to Popeyes or whatever, and you cussing her out because she called you out on your shit. You want to share the EP and want to come at Natalie talking about she need to be responsible and pay for people makeup or whatever. How come y'all can't split the bill? Because if you getting paid bulk of the money too, and Natalie stepping in, and according to Sarah, she has stepped in as her producer role, and she ain't tripping about it. What you tripping about it for? And you ain't even stepped in. Like, share the responsibility. If your name is on it too, and you want to talk about EP, I'm sorry. I agree with Sarah in that sense. She got you, girl. She got you, girl. I'm sorry, girl. She got you all the way together with that one. So I feel like you was mad and you wanted to talk about you running off the Popeyes because you couldn't stand the heat, girl, and you was in the kitchen, girl. She called you out. I'm sorry. I stand corrected. I don't want to be included, Sarah, but no, girl, you called her out. I agree with you on that one. And Sydney talking about, before I get to Sydney, because, girl, I got some words for you, but she came back or whatever. Tanisha talking about she gonna talk to Sarah on her own, and then she gonna talk to Judy on her own or whatever, but her and Natalie gonna talk first. And I'm like, okay, I guess anyways. But like I was saying with Sydney, before I get into her in the next scene, she's talking about you need to talk some sense to that bitch or whatever. Like, Sydney, that wasn't your time nor the place. Like, you be really like, I'm gonna get to you in a second, but anyways, once they go their separate ways, Natalie and Tanisha have they talk, and I'm like, what was really the conversation, or what was y'all mad about, in a sense? Because it seemed like everybody owned up to everything, and then all of a sudden Tanisha, she get emotional and talking about she know why she mad because of the live that she did about Natalie faking COVID, which if you did a live on that, I don't know if y'all seen it, let me know, because I ain't really seen that. But if you did a live about her faking with COVID, you was wrong for that. But it take you now to speak on it with the cameras on? Y'all couldn't talk about this later? Or what? Like, I didn't get it. I feel like it was put on for the cameras in a sense. I don't know if it was real tears. I don't know. But, I mean, I guess it was cute. I appreciate you giving Natalie her flowers and her just due. I feel like, again, this could have been done off camera. But, again, this probably could have been for ratings, because from what Twitter was stating, I'm with everybody else. Like, what the hell was this argument about? Like, this sisterly moment could have been done in front of the girls, or this sisterly moment could have actually been done at the photo shoot. Like, I'm not understanding, especially if both of y'all just owned up to it. Like, owned up to talking about each other, kids, husbands, all of that. Like, excuse me, Natalie apologized, Tanisha y'all made a little peace offering or whatever, like y'all hugged it out. I mean, we shall see. I don't know. And then after that, what we've been dying to see or dying to hear was some business pitched ideas about them doing a Bad Girls Brunch or having a talent show. Like, where was this at in the first 2 episodes? Like, and again, these are pitched ideas, but how come this couldn't be pitched at the last episode? But we shall see. I don't know. We shall see. But let's get on to the next scene, y'all, because that's pretty much all they gave in the first one. So we shall see how this goes between their friendship. I feel like this was put on for the cameras, but we shall see in episode 4 and so on and so on. But all right. All right. right, so after Natalie and Tanisha talk or whatever, you know, and I forgot to mention in the last one, I like when she said, bitch, they love a teddy bear bitch like me. Niggas know, ask them. In a sense like that. I know she said they love a teddy bear bitch like me. I was like, girl, you better say it loud and proud. I thought that shit was funny in their argument. But, and you said you cut off your family, Tanisha. What family? Your mom and was that true? Oh, y'all, what happened with that? I forgot to mention that in the first clip, but yeah, that did. But anyways, on to the next one, and we have none other than, of course, Sydney and Judy. Now, Sydney, girl, you making it hard to be on your side because I feel like you picking on Judy, and Judy know that she ain't trying to hear from the LGBTQIA. And she can't fight, like she ain't trying to go there with you, but I feel like you're picking on her. Like you saying that you want to be, you want to kick her out, you want to get her out. Like she didn't even want the camera in there. She trying to do her makeup. You sitting up in there. She asking you to leave. Y'all going back and forth. Like what is the beef? Because if you didn't fight about her spitting on you, which you would have been well in your right, what are you bothering her for? Like, you're really coming off as a bully, and I'm not feeling it. I'm really not, and I'm just, I mean, at the end of the day, Judy, in a sense, she right. You got her fans looking at you like, what in the fuck is going on here? Like, it was just dumb. Like, you coming off like a real live bully. Like, I'm not feeling it, girl. Like, leave her alone. Like, Sydney, for real. Like, you just putting on for the cameras. Like, that's how I feel. You really putting on for the cameras. And Judy was right when she brought up the fact that how the hell you gonna throw a drink and start some shit and then fall? Like, I was so with her when she brought that up. Like, no, girl, no, Sydney, you don't shantae away and then fall when you started the shit with your bad aim and ass. Because you can't throw no drink, girl. Like, come on. Like, you really making it hard. And then, Judy, girl, I don't know what you was thinking talking about. People say you look like Mariah Carey. Where? But okay, I understand confidence is key, girl. If you don't have it, who else will? But I mean, the argument was dumb. And then Sarah, baby, I just felt like what did you think was gonna get accomplished by you sitting there? They really don't respect you, Sarah. Like, they really don't. And you sitting over here, Judy, telling me you can't do your makeup, and Sarah know that she your best friend. Like, come on, girl, Sarah, help her produce a face. You're a producer, help her produce a face. But it was really dumb. Like, it looked like a bunch of bullying on Sydney's end. I'm gonna say it on that. But whatever Judy and Sarah was talking about, it was like dumb. Cause it was like you telling her to get ready, but you know what it is, and y'all supposed to be quote unquote best friends. You talking about she like the little sister. Well, as the big sister and producer, as you say, help her produce a face. Come on, Sarah. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but that's all I got from that scene. Just like, Sydney, girl, you need to stop. Like, you really making it hard for us LGBTQIA, and as a fair L woman in that community, you making it hard for me to be on your side, because if you don't like her, then stop bothering her. If you wasn't gonna fight her, and if you wasn't gonna fight her, at least touch her like New York did Pumpkin, so you calling her, then you need to leave her the fuck alone. That's how I feel, y'all, and that's it. Okay? And then at the end of the day, how your hypocritical ass, she gonna sit up here, you know, because later on that night, she talked to Christina, and Christina, you know, she was real about it. She said she don't feel good in this place, and that since her spirit don't feel good, she need to go ahead and move the fuck around. And she was planning on moving around, you know what I'm saying? But Sydney talking about she want her to stay. All of a sudden, you want her to stay with your hypocritical ass after you just did what you did to Judy, girl? I'm not feeling that. Like, what the hell is wrong with you, Sydney, girl? Get it together. But anyways, that's all I'm saying. Like, girl, pick a struggle. What you gonna do? Because you talking about you're not wasting no energy, but yet you picking and choosing. Like, you're not looking. Bad representation, girl, because it making it hard for someone like me to, you know, defend you. You know, you talking about you want to take Christina and them to LGBTQIA event. Christina talking about she support. I'm glad you do, but you still making it look bad to be on your side with how you coming at Judy. Like, get it together. Anyways, off that. So the next day we see Janelle and Seven, they Janelle and Seven, they talking about it, which I understand. Girl, it was crazy. And they want to know what the hell was up with Christina. And of course they call out Tanisha being dramatic, because she got her car pulled. I'm sorry. Y'all know what I said in the beginning. I stand by it. I was staying corrected. You was, Tanisha. But they like, what in the hell? So then, of course, they talking about it some more. And then over these arguments, talking about these girls are crazy. What did you think? Of course, Bad Girls Club. And that's when Christina shows up. And Christina, she speak her piece, you know, because they had, I got to give it to Janelle and Seven. They held her feet to the fire and asked her what was up. She talking about, you know, it was pretty much a clash of the egos between her and Natalie. She didn't like the tone she was coming at her, the delivery. Apparently the makeup artist did their makeup beforehand, and then, you know, she didn't like how Natalie spoke up to her. Now, she was already skeptical about Natalie, so I feel like she used this for an excuse to turn up if she gave at any moment. You know, you be around that person like, ooh, just give me one reason. That I feel like that's what it was. But that's what she said it was, and that's how that ensued. And then when it came to, you know, her explaining about the night, she said she was drunk. And I'm sorry, I was with Janelle. I've been around a few little drunk people in my life, girl, but that wasn't drinking. That was a little bit more. Okay, and I ain't talking about Mary Jane. So I'm just stating it was a little bit more. And she said she apologized to, of course, to Janelle and Seven because she close to them because, you know, she called her fake. And she was drawing the word fake in that damn, you know, board or whatever, dry eraser board. And, you know, trying to audition for the Wiz. Talking about brand new day and all of this. Like, girl, okay. But, you know, she apologized for it. And they forgive her. You know, Seven, she didn't take it personal. She understand how it is with being drinking and everything. And, you know, Seven's like, you good. But, of course, she takes it upon herself. And when I say she, I'm talking about Janelle, brings up Natalie and asks, like, you know, hey, can you and Natalie talk about it? And Christina like, ooh, let me woosah first, because, you know, Janelle brought that up. They need a woosah, but she said she nervous, but she opened up to it. She'll talk to her about it, but she nervous. So, you know, Seven like, girl, look, I'm going to be hiding unless I hear, you know, you bringing back Christina from season 9. But other than that, I'm hiding. I'm with you, okay? Because I want to be a part of that. Janelle just want to be kumbaya. And, of course, to Christina, from what she stated, Janelle's like the voice of reason. So she like, all right, I'll talk to her. And Janelle like, okay, let me go talk to Natalie about it. They hug it out or whatever. And Seven like, let me get on up out of here, you know. And Christina do her woosah while Janelle go get Natalie. And I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know, because it don't, we just gonna see. We gonna try. We really gonna try. So they meet up. No, not they meet up. Janelle goes down and talks to Natalie. They talk about the whole situation and everything on their end. And I don't know if it was me, but was Janelle kind of doing a little bit too much with explaining how Christina felt in a sense? I don't feel like those was Christina's exact words, but, you know, I feel like she could have said, look, with that craziness, we talked to Janelle, we talked to Christina about it, me and Seven, and out. She didn't have to bring up Seven. She could have said, I talked to Christina about it. She agreed. She was like, ooh, you know, and she willing to talk about it. She a little nervous. Are you willing to talk to her about it? Like, it is what it is. I feel like she was doing a little bit too much when it came to explaining Christina's side. Janelle was, but whatever. But, you know, of course, Natalie speak her piece that it was crazy and everything, and she don't want to be fighting all the time. And ultimately, she opened to talk to Christina about it. She gonna shoot her a text. They're gonna talk about it face to face. You know, have that social distancing, but not in a room. And they just gonna see where it goes. But she's open to it. But I mean, we gonna see. I'm glad that they both open to it, but I mean, I don't know, cause. Yeah, let's just get into it. Let's get to the last part. All right. So pretty much after all of that, Natalie sends Christina that text message so they can meet up and go talk downstairs. And then they meet in this living room. Now, I'm sorry, I was with Natalie. When Christina walked in there, her energy was like, whatever. Okay, let's get this shit over with. Like, it really was the way she sat down, the way she was eating on them damn food. Like, Natalie was trying to talk to her. Christina like, and Natalie was just getting irritated. Now, I understand some people would have got a little irritated with that, but in Christina's defense, you can't control how somebody responds. She was being quiet. She was letting Natalie talk. Natalie was just getting heated as far as in her way of saying it, the Christina-isms with her being sarcastic. Now, I feel like the conversation could have got some type of resolve if Natalie would have just let Christina say how she felt, because she did. She even spoke up about the makeup thing, because at first they were talking about how, I guess, Natalie was talking shit about Christina in her lives, and apparently Christina's ex-boyfriend reached out to her in a DM. Natalie DM'd him, and Natalie was like, no, he DM'd me because about the live, and he was wondering what the hell was going on, which we all was wondering. But I mean, he was, I guess, talking or speaking to Natalie in Christina's, defense, in a sense, like, he was concerned. Christina didn't like that, which I understand, and I mean, I feel like it was the ex-boyfriend's fault. Don't get mad at her. But again, girl, you was really turning it up for the camera, so you really gave the camera you can't be mad at what you give the camera, in a sense. So he pretty much saw what we saw. So from there, then when, again, like I said, they brought up the makeup stuff, Christina did speak up as far as how she felt like, Natalie, in a sense, was speaking up for him, and she ain't like the tone. Natalie stayed in a sense like, he's not about to come at you because, again, you are a client. He's he's working underneath me. So he took it and went to Natalie. Now, apparently, I feel like this is where the shit went left. When Natalie brought up that time frame about she got her makeup done, as far as Christina, done at noon, but didn't pay him until 7, it was like all hell was breaking loose. She brought up about being entitled, and Christina's just getting madder and madder. Of course, even while she's speaking about the makeup thing and about her being a bitch and all that, it was just boiling like a volcano. But once Natalie stood her ass up after she brought up the time frame of her getting the makeup done and her paying, all hell broke loose. And I was like, well, shit, ain't shit gonna get solved. Them two are two high-headed females. And I mean, I feel like, Natalie, you shouldn't have got up. You could have kept it cute and sitting right there and let her spoke her piece, because Christina only got up when you got up, in a sense. But they too high-headed. So it's like, it really wasn't gonna go nowhere. So we shall see, because it's gonna pick up from here, and we're gonna see how they're gonna talk. But obviously Christina stayed, in a sense, because we saw that they was at a meeting from the previews for the next episode. So, and apparently Megan James most likely gonna be coming. We're gonna see how this goes. But that's pretty much what went down. I mean, can we get back to, talking about, the business venture ideas? I mean, but y'all knew. I think the conversation was just a little bit too early, and these are both two high-headed women. I could be wrong, so y'all correct me. But anyways, that's all pretty much I have to say about this episode, y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, my name is Miss Tink. That's M-I-C-C, not M-I-S-S. You already know the channels that you post TV, y'all, and y'all have a blessed one, and we'll be back at it again. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully the volume is better. I'll definitely do better with that as well, too. So y'all have a good one. Deuces. Bye.